Imagine a knight rode in on your screen. Imagine this knight got off their horse and took their helmet off. I'm sure that you'd expect a male knight. Well, until this year, that would have mostly been the case. However, in the modern era, even jousting has developed and moved on from its medieval roots to now no longer be gender biased towards female jousters and accept them in tournaments. This happened recently this summer and I personally witnessed it. No longer is it only for the elite, those with money and connections, or those with a passion for medieval history. But did you know that? Did you know that jousting in the UK now, only since this year, accepts female riders in its professional environment? It's not just the UK either. There are international riders out there who now compete in tournaments, and out of 8 well-known riders, 4 have shown an interest in being involved in this documentary, with one expressing that she wishes to come over from Oman to partake in this documentary, to tell her stories of how she has been excluded from tournaments for her gender. With this documentary, I want to explore what it means to be a female jouster in the modern era, and trials and tribulations they face, seeing their training routines and seeing why these groups of people love to recreate history. I want the shooting style for introductions to be similar to MTV's Pimp My Ride to make sure that the style of documentary with its subject is really unique. I want to use some point of view shots of Lances for Knights training for some very hard hitting impact shots for B-roll, and that's just one example of the ideas I have. With international interest in this documentary, there's already a story forming with only my idea presented and test shots complete. There's great scope here for a potentially groundbreaking look into a subject that's not been covered in this context before. I want to tell this story because it's undiscovered, it's international, and there's even a petition to bring jousting to the Olympics. How great is that? There are so many reasons I want to make this documentary. It's ready, contributors are dying to be involved, to tell their stories. English Heritage want to be involved again, and I've proven from last year's documentary that working with them produces results. It's a medieval yet active sport that people still have a genuine interest in. Could you honestly say you don't want to see a knight representing your country, riding gallantly to victory? Learn their stories. You can't get closer to medieval history than recreating it. This is one of those rare chances where the interest has suddenly skyrocketed with relevant news events surrounding it that could mean broadcast potential for TV. I hope you see the value of this, how passionately I would love to tell their stories in an interesting, relevant way that would produce a piece of work I would again be proud to be involved with. I want to tell their stories, and I want to tell them to you. Thank you.